It's a sunny Saturday afternoon in Australia. A group of friends are at the backyard barbecue. The host Dave has been cooking sausages on the grill for over an hour when his best friend Shane arrives late, holding hands with Dave's ex-girlfriend. Dave freezes, but only for a second, when he forces a big smile and says loudly,
"No worries, mate. Plenty of food for everyone."
For the next 3 hours, Dave keeps smiling, calls Shane chump and legend, but gives him the burned sausages on purpose. Every time he says "all good bro" or "no dramas," it drips with hidden anger. No one speaks about the obvious tension. Everyone just keeps repeating "no worries" and pretending everything is fine. The fun slowly dies. That night Shane texts, "Thanks for a great afternoon." Dave replies, "All good," then blocks him. This is how many Australians handle conflict. Smile, stay polite, and let resentment build quietly inside. Emma has just received terrible news. Her mother's cancer has gotten worse. She's been crying alone in her bedroom. Finally, she comes out to a shared kitchen when her 3 Australian flatmates are drinking cheap wine and playing video games. With a shaky voice, she says, "Hey guys, it's a really bad day. My mom is very sick." One flatmate pauses the game for 2 seconds. "Oh, that's no good. She'll be right. No worries." Another one adds, "Yeah, chin up. Want a drink?" Emma forces a small laugh and says she's okay. She goes back to her room alone. No one checks on her again. 3 weeks later, when her mom dies, the group chat message says, "Sorry for your loss. We're going to the pub if you want to join. No pressure." Emma watches their Instagram stories full of emojis and sending love. She feels completely alone. Somehow people often offer support with nice words, but disappear the moment things get emotionally heavy. Mark has been working extremely long hours, covering for his boss who is always having family emergencies, which usually means playing golf. When Mark finally speaks out politely in a team meeting, asking for help or a pay rise, the boss smiles widely. "Mark, you are an absolute gun. A legend. We couldn't do it without you, mate." Everyone else nods and calls him a weapon. Mark feels good for a 5 seconds, then realizes the compliments were just a way to shut him up. Later, Mark takes stress leave. They send a message. "Get well soon, legend. No rush."
Then in the office kitchen, they complain that Mark is no longer a team player.
Priya moved from India to Australia 2 years ago. She says back home, when something is wrong, people argue, cry, hug, and try to solve it openly. In Australia, she quickly learned the rules are different. When she tried to speak directly to colleagues about being left out of important projects, the reply was,
"Priya, you're being too sensitive. It's all good. No worries."
When she confronted her housemates about rude jokes about her Indian cooking, they said, "Relax, we are just joking. You are too intense." Now Priya has learned to smile on the outside and say no worries, even when she's angry or hurt inside. The more she acts like local, the more lonely and invisible she feels. Last week, her mother called from India and asked how she was really doing. Priya automatically answered, "Yeah, good, no worries, mom." Then she cried for a long time because she realized she had become exactly like her flatmates. The famous Australian no worries attitude makes life feel relaxed and friendly on the surface. It stops small problems from exploding. Everyone calls each other mate and stays polite. But the dark side is real. Emotions get pushed down, real problems are never discussed, and loneliness grows in silence. Would you agree or disagree with that? Please share in comments. Australians themselves joke about this culture, then crack open another beer and change the subject. So next time someone tells you no worries, remember, it often means exact opposite. Jake moved from Texas to Melbourne 3 years ago for a tech job. In America, his previous company kept him as a contractor for years. They didn't want to hire him full-time because that meant paying for expensive health insurance, dental, retirement contributions, and all the benefits. Jake was always one medical bill away from disaster. The hustle culture was direct, but cold. When he arrived in Australia, the job offered full-time employment with sick leave, annual leave, and real healthcare coverage. For the first time in his adult life, he wasn't terrified of getting sick, but he quickly ran into the no worries wall. When Jake tried to address problems directly at work, the same blunt way that worked in Texas, people froze. His manager would smile and say,
"No worries, mate. We'll sort it out."
Nothing ever got sorted. Work piled up. When he pushed harder, the passive comments started behind his back. Americans are so full on, always complaining. The real test came when Jake's father passed away back home. He told his team he was struggling. Instead of awkward silence like he expected, 3 Aussie colleagues actually showed up at his apartment with beers and takeaway food. No big emotional speeches. They just sat with him, watched the foodie, and let him talk when he wanted. One of them quickly covered his shifts without being asked. Jake realized the truth. Australia's friendliness can feel fake and shallow at first. That no worries culture does suppress the open conflict and can create loneliness. But when you finally break through the surface, many Australians show up in quite practical ways. That feels more real than the loud "I'm here for you" text he used to get in America that never led to anything. Still, Jake sometimes gets frustrated. He misses being able to speak his mind without people labeling him too intense. He has real friends here now, good mates who've supported him through tough times. But he'd learned to accept that some feelings will stay always covered under the layers of "she'll be alright." He often says, "America stressed me with money and healthcare. Australia stresses me because I never quite know what people are really thinking. But right now, I'm staying." If this hit home or made you think, please subscribe. I'm dropping more stories like this, and if you can, chuck a few bucks my way on PayPal so I can keep making them. This is a tiny channel with no monetization yet, so every little bit genuinely helps. Link in the description. Thanks, legends. No worries.